Is working on more ways to get these roles filled. 9 on your side's Caitlin Richards. She's joining us now in studio after talking with an education official. And Caitlin, how is the state trying to draw people into teaching?
Angie, the North Carolina State Board of Education is trying to find more people for the teaching field into the classrooms and keeping them there. One way they're looking at doing this is through a policy that would change the way teachers get paid.
If you can start at 37 versus start at 45, everybody I know would rather start at 45. And for even 45, there could be a question about, is 45 high enough? And that's certainly a legitimate question, but 45 is higher than 37.
Van Dempsey serves as a dean of the Watson College of Education at UNCW. He's also the chair of the Professional Educator Preparation and Standards Commission, also known as PEPSI. He says recommendations have been made to change pay policies that would include both years of experience and teacher effectiveness.
What we are proposing is not one or the other, it's both. And that effectiveness component is about understanding the complexity of teacher practice. So we understand those things that happen in classrooms that lead to positive student learning outcomes, because that becomes the knowledge base we use to support other teachers.
A report by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction states a 58% increase in vacant teaching positions in public schools across the state during the 2021-2022 school year. One huge factor that's keeping people out of the classrooms or leaving the field is pay. And with this new discussion, the hope is to fix this issue.
One part of it is about how teachers become better over time. The second piece is, how do we retain teachers and keep them in the profession? And our goal is to be able to do both.
Within the new model, PEPSI is also proposing master's pay and national board certification in addition to experience and effectiveness. He says the goal of this model is really to support those in the teaching profession and children in classrooms. In studio, Caitlin Richards, 9 on your side.